Jones County, Georgia, August 4th, 2025. Officers located a silver Ford Taurus driven by Henry Red, who was suspected in a hit-and-run out of Bibb County. When they attempted to stop, Red accelerated away, struck a Gray Police Department patrol unit, then entered the oncoming lanes on Gray Highway while throwing items from the vehicle and driving at a high speed. As he attempted to turn onto Greenwood Road, the vehicle lost control, slid into a ditch, and came to a stop. Officers quickly closed in and took Red into custody without further incident. He now faces charges including felony fleeing, assault on a law enforcement officer, drug possession, and multiple traffic violations. Saginaw, Michigan officers stopped a Ford for a mismatched license plate and saw Kevin Shax with a bag of white powder suspected to be cocaine on his lap.
How you doing tonight? Good, you got a license, registration, proof of insurance with it? Don't move. Don't move. Stop. Stop.
When ordered to stay still, he hit the gas and fled down Genesee Street.
Taking off eastbound Genesee, crossing Washington. Possession of cocaine. Gonna pursue it. It's a white Ford Taurus SUV. It's got a bad plate on it, single black no octane. on Jesse.
Shax pushed past 100 miles per hour, lost control while turning onto Walnut Street, and crashed into a utility pole before running on foot, repeatedly keeping his hands near his waistband.
He just crashed right at Larry's Auto Parts on Walnut. Running on foot eastbound. Holding his waist. Stop!
Officers closed in and safely detained him on Hoyt Street. A search revealed multiple knives on him. At the scene, officers found a bag of white powder inside the vehicle and a lottery ticket wrapped around suspected narcotics along the path he ran. He was charged with third-degree fleeing and additional drug-related offenses. Macon, Georgia, January 9th, 2021. Police observed Larry Marquez Bryant Jr. driving a Honda at excessive speed while using a phone. When officers attempted a stop, he immediately accelerated to flee, running stop signs, driving into oncoming lanes, and racing through a residential area at dangerous speeds.
Clear. Side 300 is now leave.
On Felton Avenue, Bryant lost control, crashed into a fence, and ran on foot.
Don't Elm Street, Milton Ave, 1050. Push phone on D Street.
Officers closed in while the area registered sounds of gunfire, quickly detaining Bryant safely and recovering a discarded firearm nearby. He faces charges including assault on an officer, driving while impaired, felony fleeing, unlawful possession of a firearm, and multiple other traffic violations. Crittenden County, Arkansas, May 26, 2024. Police observed Rashasa Hinkle driving a Dodge Ram 1500 at excessive speed on Interstate 40 and accelerating to more than 110 miles per hour to flee, weaving dangerously and sliding off the roadway near the Mound City exit. Trooper Evans closed in and performed a precise pit.
Trying to get back on the road.
Show me your hands! Show me your hands! Show me your hands!
Causing the truck to spin sideways and come to a stop. When ordered out of the vehicle, Hinkle immediately resisted and refused to comply with commands. She faces charges of speeding, reckless driving, fleeing, driving on a suspended license, no insurance, and resisting law enforcement. Florida Highway Patrol troopers located a silver Volkswagen Jetta driving recklessly, and the driver fled when they attempted a traffic stop in Jacksonville. The vehicle accelerated onto Interstate 95 South, weaving through traffic and maintaining speeds near 95 miles per hour.
Coming up Stockton, coming up to Roselle, getting back on I-10, eastbound. Last 10 for Jackson. It's going to be for the 28th of November, Victor Alpha, Victor 46. It's going to be on the Volkswagen Jetta. It's going to be 95 southbound. 95 southbound coming up to Savannah. southbound 95 coming up to passing Atlantic. Roger, shoulder jack, still moderate traffic. Southbound 95 Jackson, trying to weave in and out of lanes. Just take charge of Jackson 901. Yeah, quick this call I had her name going over the
While attempting to escape, the vehicle lost control, struck a road sign, and slid into a grassy ditch. The car came to a stop and began smoking.
Jackson just hit a sign. He just signal for it. Just signal for it. Get out of the vehicle! Put your hands up!
Troopers moved in, broke the window, and safely detained the driver. The suspect was taken into custody for processing according to state law. Florida. Florida Highway Patrol troopers located a stolen vehicle traveling at more than 140 miles per hour and immediately initiated a pursuit. As the vehicle reached an intersection, the driver made a sharp turn, lost control, and struck a median. Troopers moved in and executed a precise pit, causing the vehicle to spin sideways and come to a stop in the roadway. The suspects bailed out in multiple directions, but officers quickly pursued and detained them safely. All involved individuals were taken into custody and will face serious charges according to state law. Miami, Florida, June 30th, 2024. troopers spotted a Jeep Grand Cherokee with a temporary paper tag traveling on State Road 836. When they attempted a traffic stop, the driver, Jose Alberto Rodriguez, immediately accelerated, fleeing and weaving across multiple lanes.
8th Street, eastbound or westbound?
What's your 1020 now?
Westbound. He just went over the curve. We lost it. Okay, he's gonna go back in the turn. Okay, he got off. Okay, he got off. Trepa southbound. Trepa southbound. He lost it. White male, I got for the dress.
Silver, you said you're on the turnpike now?
As the vehicle became boxed in, units closed the distance and brought the Jeep under control.
White male, I got for the dress.
Silver, you said you're on the turnpike now?
Rodriguez was removed from the SUV and taken into custody without incident. The suspect faces charges including fleeing and eluding, possessing a weapon during the commission of a crime, operating an unregistered vehicle, and driving without a valid license. Arkansas, September 8, 2025. Arkansas police observed Tavian Marquardt Offord, 23 years old, driving an unregistered SUV, and he immediately accelerated to flee, weaving dangerously through multiple roadways.
Right on 36. We're rocking a 14 hit for 1125. We're rocking your data, 263 out of 36, 1037, South Spring, Westport. Okay.
When boxed in, troopers closed in and performed a precise pit, causing the SUV to lose control and overturn. Offord and a passenger were safely taken into custody. The suspect faces charges including felony fleeing, fleeing on foot, reckless driving, unauthorized use of property, driving while suspended, no insurance, and no vehicle registration. Detroit, Michigan, August 28, 2025. Troopers located a stolen Chevrolet Cruze traveling onto Interstate 96 toward Livonia and followed it. When Livonia police deployed a grappler near Stark Road, the driver continued to accelerate, causing the rear axle to be pulled off and the vehicle to catch fire before it was extinguished. The 27-year-old driver and 2 female passengers were taken into custody safely. The suspect will face serious charges. Savannah, Georgia, September 25, 2022. Police observed Rashamel Howard driving a Malibu at more than 60 miles per hour in a 35-mile-per-hour zone and refusing to stop, repeatedly running stop signs, nearly striking other vehicles, and even driving the wrong way on President Street. Recognizing the danger, officers closed in and executed a pit, causing the vehicle to slide off the roadway, strike a guardrail, and roll several times before coming to a stop. Howard was pulled out safely. He smelled of alcohol, did not have a driver's license, and had a gun inside the vehicle. Howard was transported to the Chatham County Jail on multiple serious charges. Clayton County, Georgia, March 15th, 2025. Troopers located a Genesis driven by Jamie Alamilio, 19 years old, fleeing from a street takeover. He weaved through a neighborhood, sped excessively, and repeatedly changed directions to evade officers.
Confront 208. 5843 North Castlegate Drive, 5843 North Castlegate Drive. We have one at gunpoint. Black on one, what's your location?
Turning, making a right on Anvil block. Georgia tag, Charlie, India, Kilo, 920.
Your last Charlie, Yankee, back.
Golf, India, Kilo, 920. Give me the radio. Stand by for pick.
Okay.
Hit unsuccessful coming up to Old Grant Road.
The Black Hawk unit moved in and executed 2 pit maneuvers, with the second precise strike causing the vehicle to rotate sideways and come to a complete stop.
Pit.
Clear on pick.
You see your hands?
Alamelio was taken into custody immediately after. He faces numerous charges, including felony fleeing, reckless driving, obstruction of an officer, driving with a suspended license, and participating in a street takeover. Palm Beach County, Florida, on September 14th, 2024. Florida Highway Patrol spotted Scott Thomas riding a red motorcycle at high speed on I-95 with a license plate that had been expired since 2018.
Georgia 10 there on a motorcycle. It's westbound Gateway. Traffic's clear. Speed is 30.
321, we're what? Speed is 30. 321, we're westbound Gateway. Just speed was actually. We're doing 70 miles an hour, traffic is clear, road is clear. Just around Gateway. Just so you take the lead. We're doing 70 miles an hour, traffic clear, road is clear. 31 of a motorcycle. Yeah. We're still westbound approaching Quantum. I believe it's going back to Spire. Alright, now we are to westbound and eastbound.
intersection.
Try to get with the next intersection. Well, we're on road right across 809. Okay, we're back to 809. Go west front over. Just ran another red light. 321, you can probably get looking with the heat on.
When officers attempted to stop him, he accelerated away, fleeing through multiple roads, crossing into oncoming lanes, and even striking a patrol vehicle. Troopers quickly closed in and safely detained Thomas. A records check showed he had an active warrant in Palm Beach County and that his driver's license had already been suspended. He was charged with fleeing, reckless driving, and driving with a suspended license before being booked into the Palm Beach County Jail. Barling, Arkansas, August 5th, 2025. Police pursued a red Chevrolet Impala with no license plate driven by Vladimir Tejada, who was traveling at more than 100 miles per hour, weaving through traffic and driving the wrong way on a one-way street.
Hey,
J-Lo, can you let them know I'm going to be taking over property?
do you need me to contact with MPD?
I'm on. We're at South 18th. It's a red Chevy Cobalt. Speed's 70, passing South 16, still heading westbound. Traffic's locked. I'm primary.
10-4.
10-4 Northwest toward Garrison Avenue.
7-4 Smith. I'm not with him. I'm traveling parallel.
On North 9th Street, troopers closed in and executed a precise pit, bringing the vehicle to a stop.
TBI.
10-4 PDI.
Tejada showed signs of intoxication and refused to cooperate, leading officers to restrain him safely. He faces charges of felony fleeing, driving on a suspended license for alcohol, underage driving with alcohol, refusing a breath test, and multiple other traffic violations. Miami, Florida, September the 21st, 2024. Police spotted Andrew Jesus Martinez driving a white Mercedes-Benz at more than 100 miles per hour on Interstate 95 and making dangerous lane changes. When officers attempted a stop, he accelerated onto Interstate 195 and reached approximately 130 miles per hour. At a curve on Interstate 195, the vehicle lost control, went into a ditch, and struck a tree. Martinez and the 3 passengers fled. 2 were taken into custody immediately, while Martinez and 1 passenger jumped into Biscayne Bay. Martinez later surrendered, and the passenger was found deceased the following morning. The suspect faces charges of high-speed fleeing, reckless driving, non-violent resisting, and not having a valid driver's license.
I got it.
DeKalb County, Georgia, April 15th, 2025. Police located a gray Nissan Altima on Memorial Drive driven by Antonio Watson, who was being sought in connection with a serious case. When officers activated their emergency lights, Watson immediately moved into the center turn lane to pass vehicles, driving dangerously during peak traffic. To prevent the situation from escalating, troopers executed a pit, causing the Altima to spin and make light contact with a civilian vehicle before coming to a stop.
I got it.
I went hot 2-3. 2-3, land 2-3.
Officers quickly closed in, pinned the vehicle, and detained Watson along with passenger Byron Thomas, who also had an active warrant. Both individuals were taken into custody safely and turned over to DeKalb County investigators for further processing, according to legal procedures. Walton County, Georgia, August 5th, 2025. Police observed Terry Ray Drake riding a motorcycle with a bent license plate and attempted a traffic stop, but he immediately accelerated to flee, reaching more than 120 miles per hour on Highway 78 and weaving with extreme danger. When he turned onto Charlotte Rowell Boulevard, Drake slid into the grass. A trooper closed in, blocked his path, and forced the motorcycle down into the area beneath the bridge where it crashed on its own.
Stop! Stop! You're gonna flip!
Drake fled on foot but was taken into custody shortly afterward. The suspect had no insurance, a canceled registration, a suspended license, and faces charges for obscuring a license plate, fleeing, reckless driving, no insurance, canceled registration, and driving on a suspended license. Valley Springs, Arkansas, November the 29th, 2025. Police observed Cristian Camilo Sanchez riding a motorcycle at excessive speed in a 55-mile-per-hour zone with no license plate. When officers signaled him to stop, he immediately fled, passing two vehicles in a no-passing zone and repeatedly crossing into oncoming traffic at more than 100 miles per hour.
Got a U.S. Air Force sticker on the back of his motorcycle, but it's on the... He's waving his hand at me, but still doing 90. Pull over, dude. You're not getting away.
Near Pindall, the motorcycle lost control, slid off the roadway, and fell onto the shoulder, ending the pursuit.
I think he's gonna wreck it. He's gonna Show me your fucking hands, dude. Hands up, roll over.
Officers moved in quickly and detained Sanchez safely. He was found with an open bottle of alcohol in a bag containing a green leafy substance suspected to be marijuana. Sanchez was transported to the Boone County Jail for processing. Fulton County, Georgia, August the 7th, 2021. Police observed D'Angelo Antoine Rogers driving a Chevrolet Equinox on the shoulder to bypass traffic on Interstate 75/85 before accelerating to flee. He continued through Edgewood Avenue, nearly striking pedestrians and running multiple red lights, then returned to the interstate, hugging the right shoulder to pass heavy traffic.
(468) Atlanta, 1038.
Go ahead, 468.
Connector North MLK, red Chevy Equinox, 28th through Georgia, Robert Victor Paul 1951, RVP 1951, Georgia. Please stop. Please stop. 468 Atlanta. We're continuing northbound on the shoulder.
Yeah, 4, do you want some trip?
Yeah, 10-4 on 1080. I'm approaching Edgewood.
Left shoulder, right shoulder.
Right shoulder, I'm coming up to you. Work your way to the right.
Clear all you see about 6 or 8 days at the top. You go ahead and drive. Once you leave, I'll call you.
Red.
Hey, 14, be with 468.
All right, stop, traffic stop here.
Passing Auburn Avenue.
Red light. Red light. Clear left, go.
Back on connecting northbound.
814's got me a secondary on the right shoulder. Brakes, brakes, brakes. I'm finding a gap here. Crashing through stuff. Looks like no 1050s.
Coming up on Beach Street.
As the vehicle exited at Peachtree Street, it entered the curve too quickly, lost control, and struck the guardrail, prompting the 4 occupants to scatter on foot.
Clear that off on Beach Street.
1050.
1050, 1050.
Rogers was quickly taken into custody at Baltimore Place Northwest. Inside the vehicle, officers recovered a backpack containing a liquid suspected to be prescription medication, numerous irregular checks, and a loaded 9mm firearm. Rogers, who had outstanding warrants and prior convictions, was booked and now faces multiple charges. Interstate 40, Arkansas, August 4th, 2025. Troopers observed Joseph D. Page driving a white Ford Fusion at more than 100 miles per hour and throwing a burning object out of the window. When they signaled him to stop, he accelerated to about 120 miles per hour, weaving through traffic in a dangerous manner.
Doing something in the car.
Recognizing the high level of risk, troopers closed in and performed a precise pit, causing the vehicle to rotate toward the shoulder.
Fulham City, 1351.
284 City, 237, Austin, TBI, 283 eastbound.
Net direct 28, 947.
Page continued fleeing and crossed into Memphis, where units lost visual contact. The next day, Page returned to Arkansas to file a false report claiming he had been struck by another vehicle. After being shown the pursuit video, he admitted he was the driver and was arrested on charges of false reporting, fleeing, reckless driving, speeding, littering, and failing to use a turn signal. Brookland, Arkansas. On US 49, troopers observed a sedan displaying signs of a violation and attempted a stop. The driver refused to comply, accelerated to flee toward Paragould, moved into oncoming lanes, and passed vehicles dangerously. Units maintained a safe distance and coordinated roadway blocking with additional officers. Troopers closed in and executed a precise pit maneuver, causing the vehicle to spin sideways and come to a safe stop.
South of here, just
10-4-17, correct?
Yeah, I'm pulling up on it.
10-4.
The driver and passenger immediately raised their hands and offered no resistance. Officers removed both occupants, conducted medical checks, and secured the scene. The primary suspect was detained and will face charges as provided under state law. Springdale, Arkansas, July 31st, 2025. Police observed a sports car driven by Kevin Colindres Castaneda speeding past exit 73, then cutting its lights and fleeing on Elm Springs Road at more than 100 miles per hour while weaving dangerously.
went over the curb.
At the intersection of Huntsville Road, the vehicle caused a multi-vehicle crash involving a Nissan and an SUV, resulting in multiple injuries.
Send ambulance, females on the ground.
Airport 1015 on the ground.
The other vehicles here, schoolhouse.
As officers closed in on the scene, Colindres Castaneda was quickly taken into custody. After a medical evaluation, Colindres Castaneda was transported to the Washington County Jail and faces charges including felony fleeing, 3 counts of second-degree battery, reckless driving, no driver's license, and operating without lights to avoid detection. White County, Arkansas, January 25th, 2024. Police pursued a stolen vehicle driven by Noid as he sped through a dirt lot, crashed through a fence, and entered Highway 67 in a reckless manner, repeatedly endangering other motorists.
It'll be that vehicle, silver Chevrolet Mountain, 08 Charles.
I'm out with him. He's still got.
I believe someone dipped out on foot, but 518 with the county is primary right now, secondary. We just around the overpass, going back north. Hey, be careful running up on the left side. Be careful, bro.
County, we're running parallel to the interstate north through a field.
Parallel to the interstate northbound through the field. They're beating us in
Go get in the car. Go get in.
He's going to the, I believe the River Life Church, northbound. Alright, baby, I'm taking over. Stand by. Alright, new quarter, about 10 minutes. Stand by.
Coming up to the church now. Pipe. Fuel station, call from 38.
1037 on primary, going towards River Life Church.
18, you say he was on payment?
We're in the snow field going back towards the freeway.
He's up and going for a fence, trying to get on the interstate. He's on the interstate, headed north, Copy, we're turning around.
Near mile marker 63, troopers closed in and executed a precise TVI, causing the vehicle to spin sideways, slide into a fence, and become stuck.
TVI 63 north TVI. He's in the roadside deal. Trying to get him out of gunpoint. Stand by.
Hands, boy! Show me the hands!
Noid and passenger Jasmine Jones were removed safely. Noid was arrested and faces charges including felony fleeing, intentional property damage, driving under the influence of a controlled substance, and multiple traffic violations. Jones was released with no charges.